All right, welcome back to InsideFlix. We're going to be discussing possible directors' replacements. We're going to give our choices about two projects that lost their directors. Fast 10, which Justin Lin was supposed to direct, he was actually directing the first 2 weeks. He left the project suddenly. So we're going to give our kind of thoughts on who should replace him. Also, on the same note, Fantastic Four lost their director, John Watts. He kind of left over creative differences. So for fun, we're going to also give our list of possible directors who might replace him. Rich, let's start with you. For Fast 10, when Justice Lin left the project, obviously they're in production, so they need someone more established to come in and take over the reins. So who you think would be a good choice?
Well, someone who needs the job right away, because he's going to need a hit. Antoine Fuqua. After doing that horrible movie with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, what was that called? Infinite? That movie was unbearable. Yeah.
Since I don't care about this franchise anyway, just let him do it. He's an established director. He could do this, no problem.
Okay, for me, the directors I would like to see, because I would personally like to see some fresh blood in the Fast and Furious franchise, and that's why I would like to see Joe Carnahan direct. And I would like to see also one of my other personal choices would be to see Robert Rodriguez direct. But I don't think they're going to get it. I think most likely it's going to go to someone that has either probably already directed a Fast and Furious movie, and ironically, Justin Lin directed most of them, but someone other than Justin Lin, obviously. And I think F. Gary Gray is a good chance. I mean, the Fast and Furious movie that he did was horrible, but it wasn't his fault. It was like he actually did a great job directing the movie. It was just the screenplay was just trash. So, I mean, if this movie is really as messy as it sounds like it's going to be, I don't see him like turning it down, really, especially if he needs work. So I think F. Gary Gray is an option. Okay, but regardless, I think another option is going to be DJ Caruso, because he also has a working relationship with Vin Diesel. He did the Triple X sequel, the third one in the franchise, which I think came out like 5 years ago. So if they need somebody last minute, I can see him stepping in. And this is worst case scenario for Fast and Furious franchise, because this guy has like no experience making movies, but Vin Diesel's going to go to all his friends. That's David S.F. Wilson, who directed Bloodshot. It was his feature film debut, but if they need a last-minute director, I can definitely see Vin Diesel calling him up to come do this movie.
Is there any kind of long shots, like some more established filmmakers that you thought were no way near the vicinity of choices that they're going to ask? But
for me,
Robert Rodriguez.
Okay.
For me, I was George Miller.
That would be interesting. Yeah, but there's no way they're going to let him do it. He's going to want to do it all practical.
George will ask you to do things which may seem insane, and then they will turn into something really wonderful. He flipped trucks and he blew things up, and he attached people, including me, to things which were far too high. He did that for 6 months until he got everything he wanted.
Like you, Raymond, I picked Joe Carnahan because I think he's actually well established in the action genre. George Miller was one of my long shots. One of my long shots was Paul Greengrass. Yeah. That would have been an interesting idea to see him take over a Fast or the Furious movies. I don't think he has any interest in doing one.
But it does need to be pointed out that it does sound like Vin Diesel's basically going to be co-director of the movie.
Oh yeah, I mean he's definitely a producer, and you need to work with his
ego.
Yeah, but like but to the point that he even pushed Justin Lin away. I mean, so I think it's going to have to be someone he could push around.
What do you think, Justin?
Week 1, just finished week 1.
How does it feel?
Feels like the beginning of an epic ending.
Is it fair to say that this will be the best one?
In my heart, yes.
So now let's get into Fantastic Four. John Watts left the project. So what is your picks for directors?
Okay, well, I don't. This is a tough one because I don't know who's likely I don't know who's like a likely choice for this. I don't know if Marvel's going to want to go with someone that's already they've worked with before, or they're going to go with like an indie filmmaker, or if they're going to go with like someone that's established but that they haven't worked with. But the people that they've worked with before that I would like to see them, I guess, team up with again is Sam Raimi, who just did Doctor Strange. I would love to see Sam Raimi do a Fantastic Four movie. I think that'd be really cool. Another option for me would be I don't think he'll do it, but I would love to see Taika Waititi do it. And my third option of like directors that have worked with Marvel would probably be Peyton Reed, because he specifically pitched a Fantastic Four movie like in the early 2000s, and that shows that the guy has a lot of passion for the characters. So for that alone, I'd put him amongst directors I would like to see. But of like just directors that haven't worked with Marvel, I would like to see Gareth Evans. And I would like to see John Krasinski. Gareth Evans, I think, would be fantastic, because I love the Raid movies, and I mean he's kind of proven now with like that Netflix horror movie that he did that he could do kind of multiple genres now, and I would love to see him do a Fantastic Four movie. I mean it's something different and unexpected, but I'm down. And John Krasinski also I would like to see him do it, because I don't know. I like the Quiet Place movies, and I think he's a good established director. This would be like the next step, right? Mm-hmm. And everyone wanted to see him play Mr. Fantastic, so I just have him directed instead.
Rich, what's some of your picks?
I really don't have any choices, because I'm not sure what kind of direction are they going. Are they going young? Are they going old? Is it another dimension? But regardless, the only director I want to see do something big like this is right now, and hopefully write it or whatever, is Taylor Sheridan from Yellowstone. I mean, he's my favorite writer director right now, and but that's the very long shot, because I'm sure the comic book thing is far from his and
also he's very busy.
Away from his mind. Yeah,
he's very busy with like 5 TV shows that he's writing.
Yeah. But it's just my ridiculous choice. That's all.
Well, my picks is the Daniels. They just came out with that one movie,
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
And although I don't think Marvel would pick these guys, because I think they have more of a singular vision. And
hey, they hired the Moon Knight directors. I forget their names, but those guys also kind of have very kind of indie roots, and they're not the directors you would expect Marvel to work with. And they still managed to turn them into like a generic Marvel product.
Yeah, but I think the Daniels may be too wild for them. But another pick I would say is Michael Sarnofsky, who did Pig.
Interesting.
I think Marvel would like to pick him. He's right in that wheelhouse of small independent movie. He's ready to break out for a bigger film.
And he loves Marvel.
He definitely loves comic book movies. I know he said in one interview while promoting Pig that he loves Logan, and he's already working on a Quiet Place spinoff. And another kind of long shot, but one of my personal favorites would be Steven Kostanski. He's the director of Psycho Gorman.
Not gonna happen.
This is never gonna happen. But I really love that movie. It would be interesting to see his take of a Marvel movie.
You have to also remember that this is a Marvel movie, so they're not gonna really like have that much freedom to like put their stamp on it.
Oh no, yeah, that's a long shot. There's no way he's gonna do it. But as potential established directors, I think who will work well. Brad Bird, I think, would work well for a Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, yeah. That's a great choice.
This is fundamentally a story about a family.
That's not the way you're supposed to do it.
I don't know that way. Math is math. Math is math.
Well, there you go. That's our kind of really quick list of possible director replacements for these 2 projects. We'll see. Maybe they'll announce something very soon. So with that, we'll say thank you for watching InsideFlix.